Hey Emma, do you ever find it a bit tricky to complain about food when you're out?
Oh, absolutely, Alex. I always worry about offending someone, you know? It's a common problem.
Yeah, me too. I mean, you want to be fair, but also not cause a big scene, right? It can feel awkward.
Exactly. But it's important to speak up politely if something isn't right. We have a right to good service.
So, what's your go to strategy if your food arrives and it's, say, totally cold? Not just warm, but cold.
Well, I'd start with a calm tone. Maybe something like, "Excuse me, I'm sorry to bother you."
Okay, that sounds polite already. Then what would you say next to explain the problem clearly?
I'd add, "But I think my soup might be a little cold." Or, "This dish isn't very warm."
So, focusing on the temperature rather than saying, this food is awful. That makes sense.
Precisely. It's about stating the fact without making a strong negative judgment, you know? Keep it factual.
What if the dish isn't what you actually ordered? Like, you asked for chicken, but got fish?
In that case, I'd say, "Excuse me, I think there might be a mistake with my order." Be very direct.
That's a good way to phrase it. It suggests a potential error, not blaming the server directly.
Right. You're giving them the benefit of the doubt. Then you can explain what you actually ordered.
So, I ordered the chicken, but this looks like the fish instead. Is that polite enough?
Yes, that's perfect. It's clear and to the point. Most people appreciate directness, actually.
What if the food just tastes really bad, though? Like, it's burnt, or super salty? That's harder.
That can be tough, for sure. I usually say, "I'm afraid this isn't quite right for me."
Not quite right for me. I like that. It's personal, so it's less of a general criticism.
Yeah, exactly. Or, "It tastes a little bit unusual," if it's really something strange.
So, avoid phrases like, this tastes disgusting. Even if it does, keep it measured.
Definitely. Keep your language mild. You want a solution, not an argument, right?
True. What if the server seems really busy? Should I still interrupt them to complain?
You should wait for a good moment, but don't let a bad meal ruin your experience. Catch their eye patiently.
Okay, so a polite wave or a clear excuse me when they pass by. That's a good tip.
Yes, try not to shout or snap your fingers. Politeness goes a long way, even when you're busy.
And what if I've already eaten some of the food? Is it too late to complain then?
Not necessarily. You can still explain. Say, "I've tried a little, but I don't think I can finish it."
That sounds reasonable. It shows you gave it a chance, but it genuinely wasn't good.
Exactly. And always be ready to explain why. It's far too salty, for instance.
What if they ask what you'd like them to do? Like, would you like something else?
You can say, "Could I possibly have another dish instead?" Or, "Could I choose something different?"
And if you just want it taken off the bill, rather than a replacement? Is that okay to ask?
Yes, you can say, "Could you please remove this from our bill?" Or, "I'd prefer not to pay for this."
So, always use could or would to make it more polite. That's a good general rule.
Absolutely. It softens the request. Please is also your best friend in these situations.
What if they offer to bring you a new dish, but you're now feeling quite full or put off?
You can politely decline. Say, "Thank you, but I've lost my appetite." Or, "I appreciate the offer, but no."
That makes sense. No need to feel guilty about saying no, as long as you're polite.
Exactly. Your satisfaction is important, and they want you to have a good experience overall.
So, we've talked about restaurants. What about complaining about takeaway food at home? That's different.
Yes, for takeaway, you usually need to call them. Make sure you have your order number ready.
Ah, good point. So, when I call, how do I start the conversation politely?
Hello, I'm calling about an order I received recently. Then, I'm afraid there's a problem.
And then explain the issue, like, my pizza arrived completely squashed or the order was wrong.
Precisely. Be specific and calm. Explain exactly what went wrong with the food.
What if they offer a discount on my next order, but I really want a refund for this one?
You can ask, would it be possible to get a refund for this item, please? It's okay to ask.
Okay, so it's similar to a restaurant, but over the phone. Calm, clear, and polite requests.
Yes, the principles are the same. Stay calm and state your case clearly and respectfully.
So, to summarize, the key is to be polite, clear, and confident, right? Not aggressive.
Exactly. It's about finding a solution, not causing a confrontation. Be direct, but kind.
I think I'm getting the hang of it now. I used to just eat it and be unhappy.
Well, now you know better. It's about respecting yourself as a customer.
So, let's practice a few more scenarios. What if my steak is overcooked?
Excuse me, I asked for medium rare, but this seems quite well done.
That's a good one. It states the expectation and the reality. What if there's a hair in my food?
Oh, that's definitely a reason to complain. I'm so sorry, but I found something in my food.
And be calm when you show it, I suppose? Don't make a big show of it.
Yes, quietly point it out to the server. They usually understand and are apologetic.
So, if the server seems very apologetic, what's a good way to respond to their apology?
I'd say, thank you, I appreciate that. Or, no problem, these things happen.
That shows your understanding and not trying to make them feel bad, which is good.
Yes, it keeps the interaction positive, even when there's an issue. It helps resolve things faster.
What if they bring a replacement dish and it's still not right? Should I complain again?
That's a tricky one. You can, but perhaps ask to speak to a manager at that point.
Oh, okay. So, could I please speak with the manager regarding this? Is that polite?
Yes, it's very polite. It suggests you need a higher level of assistance now.
What if the portion size is surprisingly small? Is that a valid complaint or just tough luck?
It depends on the restaurant. If it's significantly smaller than advertised, you can ask politely.
How would you phrase that? This portion seems a lot smaller than I expected.
Yes, that's a good way. Or, I was expecting a bit more, based on the description.
That avoids directly saying, you gave me too little food. It's less confrontational.
Exactly. Focus on your expectation versus the reality, not on accusing them of cheating you.
What about if you're with a group of friends? Should one person do all the complaining?
Usually, it's best if one person politely takes the lead. It avoids confusion for the staff.
So, don't all speak at once. Just choose a spokesperson for the issue, right?
Yes, one clear voice is more effective. The staff won't know who to listen to otherwise.
What if you waited a really long time for your food, and then it's wrong?
You should definitely mention both issues. We've been waiting a while, and now there's an error.
That combines the delay with the actual food problem, which seems fair.
It gives them a complete picture. They might offer a larger apology or compensation then.
So, it's about providing full context, but still keeping your tone calm, even when frustrated.
Absolutely. Emotional responses can make it harder for them to help you. Stay level-headed.
What if the problem is really small, like a missing garnish? Is it worth complaining about?
For a small thing, you might not. But if it impacts the dish's taste, then yes. Use your judgment.
Okay, so consider if it genuinely affects your enjoyment of the meal or is just a minor detail.
Exactly. Pick your battles, as they say. Save your complaints for things that really matter.
That's a smart approach. Not every tiny imperfection needs to be pointed out, I guess.
Right. But for significant issues, definitely speak up. You deserve a good experience.
So, we've talked about phrasing and tone. What about body language when complaining?
Keep an open posture, make eye contact, and avoid pointing fingers. Be respectful in your actions.
So, no dramatic gestures or raising your voice. Just a calm, clear approach.
Precisely. Your body language should support your polite words, not contradict them.
What if the waiter becomes defensive or seems annoyed? How do you handle that?
Remain calm and simply repeat your concern. You could say, "I just want to ensure my order is correct."
That's a good way to redirect it, focusing on the goal rather than their attitude.
Yes, try not to get drawn into an argument. Just keep stating the facts calmly.
And if they still don't listen, then perhaps asking for the manager is the next step.
Exactly. That's always an option if you feel your concerns aren't being addressed.
So, it's like a scale: start with the waiter, then manager if needed, but always politely.
That's the perfect way to think about it. Escalate gently, if necessary.
This has been really helpful, Emma. I feel much more confident about complaining now.
Good. It's a useful skill to have. Everyone deserves to enjoy their meal.
So, what's the single most important piece of advice you'd give our viewers?
Always be polite, but also be firm and clear about the problem. Don't be shy.
Polite, firm, and clear. That's a great summary. I'll remember that.
Yes, those 3 words cover most situations. Practice them often.
I'm going to try using these phrases next time I have an issue. No more suffering in silence.
That's the spirit. It's a positive step towards better dining experiences.
You know, it's not just about the food, but also about improving service in general.
Absolutely. Constructive feedback helps restaurants improve too, eventually.
So, it's a win-win situation when done correctly. For everyone involved.
Yes, a polite complaint can lead to a better meal for you and better service for others.
Any final tips on how to prepare before you even go to a restaurant?
Maybe quickly review the menu online beforehand. Know what you're ordering.
That's smart. Less chance of "it's not what I expected" then.
Exactly. Preparation can sometimes prevent complaints from even happening.
Well, this has been incredibly insightful. Thanks for all your fantastic advice, Emma.
You're welcome, Alex. Hopefully, our viewers feel more empowered now too.